What's up, guys? It is your girl, Matt Cox from MA Couture Crafting. I'm your quilty BFF, and we're going to finish up this paper piecing project hopefully today. I don't know if we're going to finish the whole project, but we're certainly going to make some more headway on it. You'll finally get to see it come together. So let's get to it. I know it's a really randomly early stream on a whatever today is. Today's a Wednesday. Okay, we are doing our thing. I was doing some recording on this, and I thought it would be great to see the whole thing, hey Adele, come together. So I stopped recording. Oh, I also wasn't sewing, so that's fun. Love when that happens. Was I not sewing? I was not. What's up, Yasmin? Evelyn's here. Hey, Evelyn. Hey. I just thought I was sewing and I was not. So there's that. So much fun. Let's see if we can fix that. Let's try again. Thank you, Adele. We have definitely got a Christmas vibe going on. It is that time of year. There we go. Sounds like I was sewing that time. Yeah. A little. Why is it overhang there? Don't love that. I'm going to rip that, which I feel like I've been ripping a lot lately. I'm going to rip it. I don't love it. Not me starting off the day ripping off this. Ripping. What the heck? Is this what that kind of day it's going to be today? Is that what we're doing today? I hope not. But I feel like I can do better than this. I'm going to do something weird before I rip it. I'm going to tape it. 1 second, guys. I'm going to tape this before I rip it, just to keep the pattern intact. I'm going to take that side. Now, I know that I could be ripping this differently with just putting the ball the opposite direction, but some ripping, I think, requires a little more precision and care than others, because I have certainly put a hole in my projects before. Trying to rip it really quickly, thing is sharp. And I know that's what that ball is for, to stop you from doing that. However, it could happen. And it has happened to me several times. So I'm just going to take time and rip it this way and be okay with that. And know that I don't have any holes here. Audrey, you just popping in? Well, unfortunately, I wish I was a little more entertaining, but really just, starting the day off messing up some stuff. That's all. Just messing up some stuff. Little seam ripping for the win today. There we go. What are you eating for lunch today? Is it something good? What is it, lunchtime? What time is it? It's noon over here. So I guess it is kind of lunchtime. I should have gotten some water. Debbie's going to get on me about that. She's going to get on me about not drinking the water. All right. Here we go. Much better. Welcome to your world. Oh, a salad. Salad actually sounds good. I had a really good salad from Lomelli's the other day. That was, not a Greek salad, because they're not Greek. It's a, banana peppers and some, what is that salad called? Antipasta salad. Is it really like no water in there? Is Chili where? Jeanette, where are you? Janae. My first machine, so all the first videos that you see of mine are on my Singer, and I have it. Matter of fact, Merida's right underneath here. She's under this table, and I took her with me to do my shoe class because she travels really well. You don't have to have a quilting machine, kind of, no. You can make amazing stuff with the machine that you have right now. You do not have to have some big, amazing machine to do stuff on. Matter of fact, you'll find that a lot of people in our world are able to make, well, you think that they have one machine and then they're like, nah, I did it on my little domestic. And I'm like, what? What? No, you don't have to. You just have to be willing to do it. You know, you just have to be willing to do the things and you'll be fine. You will be absolutely fine. Kansas City, Kansas. I bet it is a little chilly in Kansas. A little chilly in Kansas. There we go. 6 degrees. Oh my. Nah, and I'm out here mad and catching a cold in this, what, 63-degree weather? Yeah. Nothing to complain about over here. Thanks, Debbie. I was just talking about you. What is that? No, that's gotta be wrong. Come on, line up right. Line up right. That's what I want. Lindiana, I was talking about you yesterday. Was it yesterday? I was talking about you yesterday. Maybe the day before. I've been live a lot lately. Live a lot. It's been a crazy month for me too. For me too. Is the heat on high today? Actually, when I came in, I turned it on and knocked the chill off this house. And then, oh, much better. And then, excuse me, then I turned it off. So, no, the heat is not on high today. Oh, it was hot in here today. My goodness. Okay, so last question. When you are ready for a dedicated quilting machine, what's a good starter machine for a beginner? So, Janae, I really need to know what you mean when you say quilting machine. So, there are long arms, right? Which are literally quilting machines. They're the ones that do the quilting, and quilting is when you take the needle through all 3 layers. That's like one of your final steps when you're putting together a quilt. A lot of us just do piecing, the top part. We sew all the pieces together on the top, and then we say we've made a quilt when technically we've made a quilt top. We have not made a quilt. There are some machines that do just the quilting, and then there are machines where where they're better for just doing the tops. So, it's like I have to ask you all the questions, like, what kind of quilter are you? What do you picture yourself doing? But just a good machine that can do both, in my opinion, would be like a M8 or an M7. Those are my favorites. I have an M7. The M8 is the upgraded version of the M7, and the M8 really it was upgraded to do better quilting with the stitch regulator. And I don't work for Janome at all, but I do own a lot of Janomes. I know they're good. I like what I have. So I'm speaking from there. So yeah. You see machines that say they're quilting machines, but you want to be able to complete a quilt from start to finish. So this one that I'm sewing on right now is a straight stitch, and I can complete a quilt from start to finish. The things that really make a quilt difficult, in my opinion, to quilt is your throat space. I want the most throat space for quilting that my money can afford. And that's this area over here to the right of the needle, because when you're quilting, you've got to roll your quilt up and you've got to be able to get it in and out of here, which is why a lot of people struggle with quilting on a domestic machine. It's the part that I like the least, the actual quilting part, which is why, you don't see me do it. I like quilting small things. I don't like quilting large things. So get the best that your money can afford to the right of the needle. But no, you don't have to have some super amazing machine. A lot of us like to stitch on straight stitch machines because we just really, when you're a quilter, a lot of what you're doing is just stitching straight. Straight, straight, straight. There's a lot of different machines out there, but the funny part about that is that there are not a whole bunch of manufacturers out there. A lot of the same companies are making these machines for different brands. And so you feel like, ooh, this machine is so much different than the other. Is it really? Or does it just have a different name on it? Because That's kind of a joke out here, in my opinion. I'm like, you guys, the same thread company owns all the thread. You know, it's a little misleading. It is a little misleading. Aha. That sits in a nice place. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now I'm supposed to add H. Where is H? Oh, H is a biggie. All right, we did A, B, C, D. F, and G. Now we're going to do H, I. H, and then I. We're going to do H. And then I. Oh, Janae, I hope that was helpful. I don't know. I'm glad that you felt that was helpful. They get so technical and whatnot about it. Really do a lot of stitching on your starter machine, and then when you get ready for your upgrade, you'll know what you want. You'll be like, this is important to me, or I've decided that I want to do embroidery. So then, you start doing a whole bunch of embroidery. Because that's a whole nother thing, embroidery. Okay. ABC, got that part. Then we've got D, E, F, G. Now we need to put H on. And I'm going to assume that H goes right here. I'm on EFG. And then H is going to go. No, I can't go there. It just can't go. Aha. All right, so we're going to do A, B, C. Then we're going to go unit D, E, F, and then G. Aha, there we go. Got it. What? You're done working in 45. What's up, Sherry? Lucky you. Sherry's almost done. Oh, Jeanette, cool. Well, then ask me all the questions because I will certainly try to give you all these random answers that are as I'm sitting here trying to think through this project. I will tell you as much as I can. I want you to enjoy quilting just as much as I do. Because this girl loves to quilt all day, every day. I love to make things. If you enjoyed hand stitching, there's a whole hand stitching world around too of the ladies who love their hand stitching. Janae, my best advice is do not get wrapped up as a beginning quilter into all the crazy, nutty things. That is off by just a touch. Do I care? Not so much. Not so much. It's off by just a hair. And it can stay off by a hair too. All right. So we did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now we need to add H, which is going over here to B and F. Is that a B? Just go here. And that's going right there. Okay. All right. Here we go. Well, if grandma says, then maybe we should listen to grandma and stick to just what she said, because she's probably right, and that's okay. Maybe you'll circle back to it one day. What's that? SS? You're surely not any better by hand. Well, that's all right. Again, not a big deal. They've got something for everybody in this quilting world. Lindsay. What's in Lindsay? Have I ever been to Lindsay? It feels like I have. Is Lindsay? Where was I? When was I in Lindsay? Lindsay. Oh, jeez. I wonder which show was in Lindsay. Lindsay. What kind of sewing am I doing? Yeah, this one's gonna be weird. Lindsay. Strathmore. Oh, I don't know where I was, but I believe you. If it was a quilt show, I was probably there. Or maybe I wasn't there. Maybe you're just saying you wish you had gone because it's awesome. Oh, actually, it did line up. Good for us. Lindsay. I feel like I was around that area. I don't know why. J-H. Then we're going to add I. Where does I go? I is going to go, if we have A, toward our belly button. I goes up here in no man's land. I is touching E and C. So this is I. All right. Yes, that works. I feel like we are close to needing a bobbin change. And what I do not want to do, I should have opened that seam right there, is run out of a bobbin. Am I sewing? I'm not. Isn't that funny? From Taiwan? What on earth is going on in Taiwan? What time is it in Taiwan? And hello. Yeah, this bobbin is getting funky. Yeah, it's not quite gone, but it's a weird line down there. Oh, yeah, it is quite gone, actually. You might have, oh, yeah. We're just going to pull that off. Thank goodness. Did we time that or did we time that? Best of the Valley. Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't know if they're going to do that one again. One of the ones that I went, is Lindsay the one where I got caught in that storm? where I was in the is that the one where that wasn't great. I got caught in a blizzard on the Grapevine. That might have been the one in Lindsay. I don't think they're doing that one anymore. That was the last one, which makes me so sad. Am I just that good? I don't know about that, Debbie, but I had a feeling that, and I did not want to be running out of bobbin right there. And sure enough, I just had a feeling it was about that time. Yes, yes, that was the show. Yes. I don't know how I forgot that because that was all the family members were yelling at me at that one. I am a girl who will just get up and go. I just get up and whatever the mood strikes me, I will go, and I often am by myself. It's kind of my preferred way of rolling. And I just was not prepared to go as far. I wasn't prepared. I didn't think about it. And I also a girl who does not check the weather before she goes anywhere. I just literally just get up and go places, guys. What quilt shows are around today? Ooh, 4 hours. I can drive that. And no, no chains, no jacket. No, I didn't have a jacket. I didn't have, I don't even think I had an umbrella. I just had me and I was going for it. And I didn't I didn't pack anything special or particular. And really the best thing for me to probably have done would have been to stay in Lindsay or go the opposite direction. I could have gone north. I could have been in Sacramento in a couple of hours, and I have plenty of family in the Bay Area, just everywhere in the Bay Area. Probably could have gone that way. Could have anything. Could have just stayed in a hotel. It wouldn't have been a big deal. Not a big deal. But no. What do I know about driving in the snow? Let me tell you, nothing. Nothing. So now we have rules in place about if I am traveling more than a few hours away, the things that we now pack. I didn't have any water in the car. I didn't have anything. Nothing except for the leggings and t-shirt I had on. Oh boy. The Adventures of Matt Cox and Quilting. It's a lovely show. Lovely show. Glad I got a chance to experience it. Water. Never have water. Don't have water right now. Need some water. What's up, Share Bear? Are you listening to me talk about the crazy adventures of Matt Cox Quilting? Doing crazy stuff. Yeah, Debbie, I do. And I do. I should just throw, especially if I'm going to go about 4 or 5 hours driving, I might not want to come back. And so I should just some granola, just something. That was scary. It really was. It wasn't my finest moment. Good times, but you know, nah. We've got to do a little better than that if we're going to be traveling all over. And if I'm going to be by myself, there's just no reason to be silly about it. But who'd have thought I was going to run into a blizzard? Like, I don't think in terms of blizzard. I live in Los Angeles proper. What? Blizzard. Sounds crazy. All right, so we just did I. We're going to put that to the side. We're going to do J, K, and L. J, K, and L. Where do you guys go? So J is going to point this way. K is going to be here. And then L is going to sit over here. Thank you, Share Bear. I tell you, I'm always a little nervous when I do my nails because you know everybody doesn't love it. And then they get mad at me. And then they leave me. So you guys know, this is why I don't celebrate stuff. I had hit 25,000 and then I unhit 25,000. People leave me. Can you believe it? People don't love it here. And then they leave. It makes me sad. But hey, be okay. But then we hit it again. So people love me, then people hate me, then they love me again, I guess. I don't know. But before we do a big celebration of a number, we got to make sure that we really hit it. Like, really get in there. Because I had it, and then I didn't have it, but now I have it again. I know, Debbie, there's one size that I haven't done that I want to do. I think it's literally called like the overnighter. Is there such thing as an overnighter bag by Annie? We know we've got the ultimate travel bag. We've got 2 ultimate travel bags, and then we have the duffel bag. I'm probably going to make courtside at some point. I know we have, but I feel like there's one called an overnighter. Oh, we have the patchwork duffel, which is huge because I extended that. I extended it so it could have the big Disney heads on there. JKL gets attached to I. So you go here. No, you don't either. No, you don't. Aha, there we go. L and J go here, and then I can do M here. Okay. I think there is an overnighter bag but and it doesn't just have to be by Annie. It just so happens that I can, do a by Annie pattern. I really want to get into the So Sweetness life. I've been saying that for years. For years. And I've never made one So Sweetness pattern. That I think is going to be a goal for 2025 is to get a So Sweetness pattern done. Really need to do a So Sweetness pattern. Debbie, you're going to wear a bow for QuiltCon. It's time to do QuiltCon pieces. I don't know what my pieces are going to be, what my pieces and my outfits are going to be, but it's absolutely time to start thinking about that. I've got those shoes done. I don't know if I'm going to do another pair to change it, but I need to get some more bows made or make some bows. Where the heck does M go? We just talked about this. Open up a little bit there. Ooh, paper piecing can have some seams. I tell you. Oh, that's one side done. Boop. Are y'all ready for me to flip this over so you can see where I'm going and what's happening? I've been purposely keeping y'all in the dark. W, love the shoes. Well, they are probably going to make an appearance at QuiltCon. Probably. This is your first time seeing paper piecing? I'm glad that I'm doing this on camera because paper piecing can be weird. The concept of how to do it and whatnot can be a little strange. But I'm betting you see what we're doing now. It's really weird. I don't know if I love the colors that I've chosen, which are not, I don't know if it's giving, I need to step back from it. Thank you, Charlene. I need to step back from this a bit so that I can see if it's doing what it's supposed to do. I've got a little, they didn't have the colors that they suggested. So there was a little switching and swapping and whatnot, but I feel like I'm a little too, maybe I should just finish it while I'm talking about it. Let's finish it and then analyze it. Where are we now? So this part is done and it's supposed to measure about 16 inches. And so we're at 16 and a half, which is right. That's correct. We've got our stuff getting in the way. Thanks, Debbie. From far away, it looks great. Okay. I'm like, I don't know if it's given the dimension with these crazy colors. Because again, I don't know. The colorway is not making me love it just yet. But we'll see in a second. There we go. Now we have some room. Room. We just sewed M together, so that's one whole piece. And we put that to the side. Now we need to do N and O. That's Q. And now I can show you this because this is my key. But I didn't want to give away the surprise for those of you who had no idea what on earth I was doing. So N's going to go this way. And O is going to go this way. What's up, Annette? You found, I love that you are a real person from Taiwan. I wasn't sure if you were a bot at first, like a robot. But you're not. You're a real person who actually watches me from Taiwan. I'm so excited. Also, I have more machine videos coming up. I've been saying that I was going to do a review on that M7 for a while. And I need to do an updated review on my HD9. which I use all day, every day. And I think that box opening videos are important, but really, oh, you got a machine. It's pretty. I love that you bought it. Why did you buy it? It's fine. But I think that the meat and some serious value comes with somebody who's had a machine for a while. If you've had it for a while and you can tell me why you like it, that's where I feel like the video is really valuable. So I do have a couple more machine videos coming up, and then we'll talk about my long arm. We'll get into that, and that's a whole nother ball of wax. Okay, so yeah, the channel is gonna cook next year with those videos. You guys really enjoy machine videos, and I'd like to give you guys a good one. So I will. If I don't like it, that's not true. I have one machine that I have that I don't like, and I use it a lot, but I don't love it. That wasn't a good purchase. That was a poor purchase. What's up, Annette? LMNOP. And then it says put that to the side with that little slash. Now we're going to do Q and R. There's not that many pieces left. There's like literally one more piece left. How is that possible? Oh, because the last one. Okay. All right. Q, R go together. Where do our Q and R? Q's over here. R is over here. Perfect. I don't know that I could ever design a foundation paper piece pattern. Whoa. This is the complicated. You're not liking machine applique right now. Oh my goodness. And I'm so nervous because you're supposed to be doing my thing. And are you working on my pattern? My machine? Is it my applique that's driving you insane right now? Is it the pattern you're testing for me that's making you upset? Because that's scary. That is scary, scary. Tell me it's your machine and not my pattern that's upsetting you. QR. R. Oh, with the start and the finish? Um, hmm, interesting. We'll have to talk about that. I just start somewhere and then I just finish wherever I finish. But I also have a machine that does a couple of cool things in that regard too. So I wonder where you are you using a blanket stitch? Did you do a zigzag stitch? Because at the end of the day, you just got to get that sucker. Oh, I'm veered off a line. You just got to get that sucker. Debbie, I think this one probably is a little on the advanced side too. Now that I put it together, and as I was putting it together, I kept asking myself, "What on earth was happening? What I was like? What am I doing? What am I doing? And why am I doing it like this?" It's a little weird. Oh, okay, that sounds cool. And then when I'm in it, like when I'm over it, I will make the world's largest blanket stitch or zigzag and just move on. Or you can do funky stuff with it and couch it, whatever you feel. You know what to do. You know. But it should have been fast. You should have just, sailed right around that little guy. After this bag gets finished, then I do some towels and then I'm on to that. Then I'll be on to that same pattern. And I'm gonna test mine again I'm gonna test it one more time before we put it out. But you guys have seen it. Well, maybe you haven't. It just depends. People always think you're a bot at first. Good. So I'm not the only one who thought you were a bot. Yes, this is a type of piecing for the quilt. So I'm making the top part. I'm actually not going to turn this into a quilt. I'm going to turn it into a bag. But yes, this is absolutely part of, the sewing, the piecing the tops. Where does this go? So we've got a corner piece in, this is N8, well, no, NO. So this goes right here like this, P, and then QRS goes on this side with S being here. So then it goes like this. Learning new things. Me too. Me too. Me too, Annette. Me too. Annette, I want to go to her house, or her studio, so I can go open up all the things because it's insane. Oh, I should push that back because now it looks crazy. Oh. I have a pucker right here. And I was like, maybe you won't notice. Yes, you're going to notice because this pink is supposed to go right there. I think I'm going to rip it. It's a little too, I was like, maybe nobody will notice. It's a pucker right there. If I had pushed it all the way back towards the seam, we would be seeing pink on pink. I'm going to fix that, I think. I think I'm going to sew the whole thing together and then no, this is a smaller piece. It's easier to work with. She's giving away a lot. Yeah. The other night, speaking of people giving away a lot because they only sew with certain things, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm in a guild with Robin Pickens, my Shiro, and she won a basket the other night full of fabric. And I was like, no, what are you going to do with all that? I was like, what are you going to do with all that fabric? She's like, I'm going to give it to you. I was like, no, you're not giving me all that fabric. You guys know how I feel about extra fabric. Nope, not I. She was laughing. So she ended up giving it away to some people who needed fabric and whatnot. Because Robin Pickens, she's got her stuff and that's what she uses. I love that for her. But I also love that the brand that I work with allows me to, work with whomever. They get it. They understand my brand is a little weird in that way. I would never want to be tied to just one thing because of the way that my content is set up. Said you couldn't wait. I know that's right. I'm like that. I block of the month. Like what? Like wait till the next month. If we're doing that, you can't send me the whole thing at a time. I would love to do Mama Lodi's block of the month with her embroidery. However, that sucker is expensive. And not that that's going to stop me. You guys have met me before, but it is a commitment. And she only gives you a little bit at a time. Not that anybody could finish all that. I don't have time to do it in one sitting. Someone just came in the house. I'm all quiet. Who's in here? Oh, that's husband. Come in. Come in, sweetheart. I'm live. I'm live, babe. Hey, what you doing?
None.
Yeah?
You fancy nails.
You like my fancy nails? Is this the first time you see my nails?
It's always been dark.
When you get home. You gonna go home and go to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go back?
Yeah, I gotta come back.
Ooh. Do me a favor, babe. Will you go downstairs and grab me either a water and a Gatorade, please? Thank you, baby. Shake. I had what'd you make? You made turkey chops or something. I was eating. Yeah, I don't eat yams. I'm gonna eat those. Whatever.
Huh?
I said whatever. What? Yours are better.
No, I can't. Just like sweet.
Really?
Diabetes.
Where'd you? Well, don't give me that. Where'd you learn? Whose recipe did you use?
Families.
Who'd you call? Your aunt?
Ah,
nice. That was a very random side dish for you to make. What's up with your nose ring? Why is it sitting up so high?
Because it's just clean my nose.
Yeah.
Look kind of hot.
Well, thank you, baby.
Oh, my baby.
I think it's okay if they hear you say that I'm beautiful. No, babe, for real. Will you grab me a water and a Gatorade? You want me to come? You make in the garage? No, babe, in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Why it makes me so hot? Isn't that funny? We've been married for a long time, and I still get warm when he comes around. What are we talking about? She does, Sherry, and I would like to know the real behind the scenes of that, because she also said her favorite stuff to quilt with is hers. So I'm like, is it? Oh, I'm like sweating. It's ridiculous. It's so I wonder who's she buying? What's she using? I want to see it. I have a block of the month that was sent to me that I want to use. It is the Pooh. It was the Art East Company, and they've already started. I'm gonna have to play catch up. I was debating what I was gonna do with it. Now, how am I gonna fix this? Because I sewed it right, but I didn't trim it properly. So if I just pull it tight like that, and I hit this, that's gonna be fine. Then I'm gonna have a pucker right here. Do I care about that pucker? I really don't, if I'm being 100% honest. I will cheat that sucker and hide it like that. And yep. But can I? Whatever it is, we're gonna pin this down like this. This is such a me way to fix this. We're gonna pull it tight towards the fabric. Fix that part. And then whatever else happens, just happens. Because we're turning it into a bag. I think we'll be fine. Not a big deal. She does like the juicy guy. The juicy guy is excellent. There's no more. It's fine.
I like to see this little thing.
That's fine. Whatever you bring me is fine. Where's this come from?
That from upstairs.
You want? Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Wasn't no water down there.
Really?
Nothing in the refrigerator.
This is fine. Thank you, my love.
Can you see me?
They can't see you. Just look. You can see what they can see. Look. See, that's me. You're so silly.
I'm gonna leave in like 3 hours.
You're leaving in 3 hours?
Like 3:45.
I'll be live for about another hour. My husband is funny. Oh. All right. I wonder if she's going to like my fabric cherry because it goes so well. I mean, so well with hers. Almost like I did it on purpose. Three degrees. Good night. Krista, is it dark? I'm trying to picture it. Nope, not. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's not perfect, but it's better. And I'm going to leave it like that. In a minute, nobody will even notice it. In just a second, when I put it all together. An hour to go before the sun sets. If it's 3 now and the sun is out, goodness, what's it going to be? Krista, where are you? Are you in Alaska? No, you said you're in Minnesota. Are you in Minnesota? I think you hold off. Yeah, those decorations will be fine. Wait till the morning when it's, 10 degrees or something. Hold on. My goodness. I couldn't imagine. There would be nothing going on outside. I'll tell you that now. Whatever was happening outside would have to stay doing whatever it's doing. That phone go. Just. Sherry, as someone who's now into designing, I was thinking about doing some big focal images, but then I was like, I've got to be able to, what do I use? And I use a lot of Tula, but we cut up fabric. And really what I use are background fabrics. I use more speckled and grunge probably than anything. So I think I want to design things that are more usable. There's only so many people who you really love that have a big in your face print. And it's really like just Tula and Kaif. I can't think of another designer that's doing imagery that everybody is into. And the goal is to move the fabric. I don't want it just sitting in shelves. I want people to want it. And I don't know. I want to be very thoughtful about my designs. There are only so many people who can do what Tula is doing, and people run and flock to it. And she's built that brand over 20 something years. So I think a big design for her is expected. If I come out with a big, weird, spooky looking something, y'all are going to be like, what? What are we doing? You might want it every now and then, but it's not what you would be gravitating towards all the time. It's getting dark in Ohio. Oh. Okay. That's right, Alexander Henry. I forgot about him. Yeah, it's when you want to. It's every now and then. It's not my pull it go to all the time. A lot of what we do is not about a focal image, and if it is about a focal image, I'm doing the focal image. So yeah. Specialty fabrics, same for me. They're definitely specialty fabrics. And I think we need them. I think it's awesome that we have them. Again, we need them, but I don't think I need to be the person designing them. I want the stuff. I want to see it. I want the stuff that you want to use. Like, all right, this is going to go with that. Mm. Nice. It hit just where it was supposed to hit. Look. Right there and right there. I was wondering. I see you. Does it look like it? Does it look like what it's supposed to look like? Can y'all see it? Is it a thing? Ignore that. We'll fix it or not. We'll just let it live for a little bit. It is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I said I was gonna make it into a bag, but really I could throw that on a shirt. It's really a big design though. Yes, but I know I kept saying I was making a bow, and if you don't know, I was like, what a random design. Annette, right? And this is kind of the color. I don't know which ones are exactly the ones that she said, but I would. The only way that I could play with this is in like PQ, in like EQ8. I can't see it outside of plugging in the colors. I can't. I mean, you could do a gradient and try to go. But what she did with using this orange instead of a red is really playing with value and whatnot. Deborah, no, you're not scared of paper piecing. No, you're not. You literally just saw me sewing on a line. You literally just saw that. I sewed on a line. Scary, you're just doing regular quilting. Today, Wednesday. Oh, I could put it on the back of a vest. You're right. Like yes, that's a better idea. I think it's going to be a bag though, just because I've been wanting to do a Carolina Moore bag this season, and I haven't done it yet. So I should do it. I should totally just sew a pleat into this bad boy. I think I will. Thank you, Krista. It's a cutie patootie. Krista, I've got another paper piecing project that will come. So next are the towels, then is the mine that I need to work on, which should only take a couple of days to do. And then I've got one more paper piecing project that comes up. See you later, Annette. Krista, what paper piecing project is it? Is it like a legit kits? Oh, Charlene, you want to see them? Here they are. Can you see them? There's a deer right there, which has eyelashes. And then you got these guys here. Yeah. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we just rip the papers out. Now, if we had Carolina Moore's tools, we could just rip them out a lot easier. She's got some tools that like dampen the seams and that kind of thing, which makes the paper coming out a little easier. Makes it coming out probably a lot easier actually, but you want to be careful with the seams and that kind of thing, but And again, I'm going to make this into a bag, so really not the biggest deal. Not the biggest deal here. My favorite kind of piecing, leave-in foundation piecing. Love it more than anything in this world. Because after you're done, you know what you do? Move on to the next part. You don't have to rip these out. I don't like the freezer piecing method though, where you iron the freezer paper to it and then sew next to it. I don't love that technique. Don't love it. know y'all are like, what on earth? Honestly, this is the part that I think I forget every time. And I think I forgot that this was coming. Surprise, you got to rip papers. Honestly, some of these might get left in if I'm just being 100% honest. Don't really care. If this was going to be a quilt, I care. Also, why I prefer to do leave-in piecing. If you want to know the leaders on the leave-in piecing, I've got a video that shows easy. Is it Easy Piecing? I think the name of the company is Easy Piecing. And they have leave-in foundation piecing. Quilt Smart has leave-in foundations. Who else does leave-in foundations? But Quilt Smart is that's a different product, but why don't I like the freezer paper method? There's actually nothing wrong with it. It's just does she know I'm live? Is she calling me because I'm live? There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just a pain in the butt, in my opinion. How do I explain it? There are certain patterns that it is better for. And usually the Bryan House triangles are really the best ones for it. But where you have to lift it up and then sew next to it, then move it around, then put it back, lift it up, sew next to it, I don't like it. I don't like it. The best one for me are the ones that you can just leave in. It's my preference. Just leave them in. It's a pain in the butt. And I know, like, this isn't a pain. Like, this is no pain in the butt. You just gotta pick your poison. That's all. Pick your poison. And I'm obsessed with Bryan House triangle. Like, I know she's not Bryan House triangles, but whenever I think triangles, I think Bryan House. And whenever I think freezer paper method, I think Bryan House also, because that's how she does hers. And it works for hers patterns, but that would not have worked easily for this because of where you are, how you're piecing it, how it comes together, where you're sewing on those lines. It's just, eh. And how many times can you use that one? And yeah. Eh. And I also love the guide of that one of sewing on the line. And then being able to check to see where you are from the other side to see if it's hit on that line too. I just, it's just a different method. That's all. Personal preference. It really is. But I do find that that's a little more limiting than this. I just hate that I don't have Carolina Moore's tools, because if I did, this could be like a total Carolina Moore video. Why don't I, did she send them to me? Sherry, do you like the freezer paper? Have you ever done it? I should do a video comparing all three. And I also like quilts that have a little weight to them. And when you sew onto a foundation, it definitely adds weight. Like, I love when people do string quilts with that muslin on the back. Oh my goodness. Audrey, you love the results, but you're not confident with the process. In regards to this one, in regards to this particular project, or something else in like the just paper piecing in general? You grabbed our tools and you totally love them? Yeah. I wish I had them right now. We're doing all right, but it would have made it easier. And since I'm a nail girly, getting these tiny pieces in these corners. I mean, I have a set of tweezers next to me, but the water to dampen it would have been perfect right now. Check out her stuff, guys. You could probably get it off of her website. Hers have a different kind of curve than the ones that I'm using now. Christmas is coming. Maybe I'll get Carolina's tools. You know what I want? Do you? Oh, Annette is the one. She got a present out of her in her advent calendar, one of her mini advent calendars that I actually really wanted. I was like, dang, that's a good idea. But you can't really surprise somebody with it. You'd have to know what machines they're sewing on. But man, some pre-wound bobbins as a gift for your sewy friends. It's the kind of thing that I want, but I wouldn't necessarily buy for myself. I mean, I have pre-wound bobbins for my embroidery machines, but recently having used them, pre-wound bobbins make me very happy. Very, very, very happy. For that M7, my gosh, I am turned into a crazy bobbin girl. You guys have seen those projects, but I haven't really debuted them and shown you what they were like putting them together. But I did a lot of bobbin work, as in I was working backward because I wanted the bobbin thread to be on the top of the project. So that was my bobbin work. Nothing major, just straight line quilting, but the bobbin thread was fancy. And the reason why I was working backward is because the lining fabric was easier to mark so that I could follow the lines. I'm hoping that all makes sense. So I needed to put the fancy thread on the bobbin so that, because I was sewing upside down. Oddly enough, my quilting always comes out better when it's on the bottom. Silly. Whatever. Also, I can't wait till I'm in a sewing studio where the sewing machines are not facing the wall. My girlfriend was over and we were doing some schematics for something. And she was like, you realize that in factories, nobody's sewing towards the wall. I was like, that's because it's stupid. It's just that when you're in a home, you're so limited on space. It doesn't really dawn on you not to put the sewing machines toward the wall. But she's actually excellent with space. And we were discussing some things that you and I will talk about later. We'll talk about it later. Okay, big pieces are gone. I haven't asked for anything for Christmas. I think I want yet another pin cushion. I can't remember if I ordered one. I know I was saying I was, but I can't remember. Oh, you know what? Oh, I think it's supposed to be here today. I ordered that Singer Momentum machine. My manager was telling me the other day, she was like, you really need to make a list of things that are coming in because at this point there's a lot of stuff coming in and I don't know where stuff is. And one of my packages was not here. And I've been looking for it. And it turns out somebody else had it for like a week and just never brought it back. Just silly stuff. But I did order the Singer Memento and I think it's supposed to be here today. It's like, where is that? Tula Tiny Piece Cosmetics? What? Sherry, I didn't know there was some paper that washes. Yes, I did. No, did I know that? I don't know that I knew that. I know that they have foundation paper, which is just thin paper that will pull easily. I don't know that that's one of the things that I would invest in, Sherry, either. I don't know that I care that much. These little pieces right here, if it was in a quilt, would be right in that quilt. Unless I was trying to do something amazing. Or something that was going to If it was a show quilt, though, it probably would never be getting washed either. So, you know, these little pieces don't bother me at all. Not even a little bit. I'm going to get the big ones, and these little ones, I can let them live. They're not hurting anything. The problem that I'm going to encounter with this that I hadn't truly thought through is the SF101 part. This needs to be backed with SF101 to give it some stability and whatnot. And all these chunky seams are going to make it a little more difficult to adhere evenly to the SF101. All right, quilt block. Lovely. That didn't take too long to do. Not saying that's the best job we've ever done with taking out papers, but I will say papers are mostly out. So there you go. Oh, okay. It's supposed to wash out. Well, you know, whatever. Okay, we're going to press this. Then we're going to square it up. I think we're going to square it up to 15. It's 16 and a half now. I think we're going to square it down to 15 inches. I love this ruler so much. Okay. Just need to get it made. All right. What are we doing? Does the fabric I want to use even match? Does it even go? This was the best Christmas prep. You remember we were picking Christmas fabric, and I couldn't figure out what fabrics we should use. This was a great choice, I must say. Everybody went crazy for it at the guild meeting. They really enjoyed this fabric, so kudos to us for picking it. All right, somewhere there is more of this. And we are going to get rid of all of this. All that. We're going to use these guys. Not this, but we're not getting rid of that. There it is. I get a half a yard. I keep buying a half a yard of stuff. I am thinking. If you've ever made Carolina Moore's bag, it's a simple bag to make, and I am enlarging it to incorporate this little panel, this block right here on the front. And there's a part of the bag where you sew so that it folds nicely. And I don't think I want that fold to be where I attach the fabric on the sides to be the side of the bag. So I think I want the fold to be on the front and on the bottom, green fabric. So that's what we'll do. Sheer Bear, it does kind of have a retro-y kind of vibe to it. It definitely has this fabric is cool too. I don't know. It's just cool. But apparently I need to do some math here and think this bag all the way through. But wasn't this fun piecing it? Aren't you glad that we did this? I am. So I think we're going to call it for today. Yeah, Sonia, I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna sit with the pattern for a little bit and just think about what I want to do with it. And then I'm gonna go from there. Share Bear, if I can do it, you can do it. You see, I just literally did it with you guys for the past couple of days. I've been sewing. If I wanted to do this all in one sitting, it probably would have taken me about 4 hours. And the things that I would have printed out the stuff, I would have cut them all apart. Then I would have cut strips of fabric, excuse me, from the fabric, because you just saw all those scraps that I had left over from a quarter. And I would have cut all the fabric pieces to be a little bit larger than whatever this one right here took. And then you would have been cooking with gas. It would have been perfect. I wouldn't have had to stop to cut the pieces. I just cut strips of fabric that's, a good size, and then move on with your life. Don't even think about it. So I am going to step away from this. You guys make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe and hang out, because remember, I hit 25,000 and then somebody left me, and then I was back to 25 or 24,999, but now we're back to 25,000. So those thumbs up and those subscribes are super important to me. They help the channel out a lot, so I'd appreciate it if you'd go on ahead and do that for me. You guys will get the bag on, you guys will get the completed bag and paper piecing instructions and all that good stuff. This was a good time. I'm glad that we finished this block, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Okay. Bye, everybody. Be safe and warm. Stay warm.